So, how's it going, everyone? Today we're gonna finish the orchestration and hopefully aim to finish the orchestrations of my cover of Guilty Gear, all the orders. Um, Last time we've made some progress, but today we're gonna see if we can finish the orchestration, the other production element. Like I want to add some layers under the solos to play in unison with the guitar solos, both of them. The outro, actually, I haven't looked at it. And we need to add impacts. We need to add some other production elements, and then hopefully next stream um, we will do the mixing, or maybe we will do, actually, before mixing. I need to make sure that this is the drum library I'm gonna use. So we'll choose some drum libraries. We'll add some samples. Like we'll stack them. We'll see what kind of drum sound we want. We'll select the guitar tone, we'll select the bass tone, and maybe then we'll do mixing. We'll probably do it all next in one session next time. But let's run through the song and see what we've got so far to work with. Alright, so obviously the track repeats, except the final part, which, to be honest with you, I don't want to listen to it now because I want to get kind of a new first impression to it again after I finish everything I have here. So I'm just gonna start from what I have in my mind here. I was correcting. Let's just make sure everything's the same size. Okay, I was correcting this phrase right here. Also, one more thing I've done is I've added a new function to Cubase. So I've added this new function to Cubase where I can control the jog with my keyboard, just so that when I'm editing some MIDI notes or anything, I can just use it. So the way you can do that is you can go to key commands, and then you just, obviously I search for jog, and then I've put num7 for left and num8 for right. And I've added also quantization last time, which means I can select. So let's say I want to program something here, and I'm on 8th note, and I wanna just change the quantization. I can just do it on the fly. I've also done that same thing. You just search for the quantization option here, Quantize. I think this here it is. Select next quantize, select previous. So put it in num 5 and num 4 because normally these don't have anything assigned to them that is serious, other than I think what this was originally, the num 5 and num 4 and all of the numpad, is that you can go to markers. So it will allow you to go to markers that you've got here at the top. And I don't really want that function. That's why I've put it as just quantization and changing the quantization number on the fly. So that's something you can do in Cubase. Okay, so the first part I want to orchestrate right now is what we've done last time is we've added this rip here. So this rip right here, I just changed it before the stream to start with D. We had it before start with B, and that's, I think, I have no idea why I've done that last stream, but it should be D because the solo is actually playing the first note on D. So if we go to, where is this is one, and then we go to the solo, it's actually playing D at the first note. And what I want from the rip is to introduce, like I want to introduce a new section in like a striking stab. And that's what I like about like violin rips and brass rips, is that it gives you that stab, but it's a good transition. And this is why I'm using it right here. So if we go to the high strings, this is what I fixed, right? And also, last time we've done it in triplets, but today, just before the stream, I've changed it to 64th notes. I don't know, I just like the sound of it better than triplets. Let's just solo this. I mean, triplets sounds fine as well, but I'll just use 64th notes right now. I like the sound of it more. So let's quantize this to 64th, apply, and we will take this here. Let me just see the lengths here. Actually, 1/64th. That's, and you know what? I'm just gonna copy this. It's already done, and I'll just put it right there. I didn't even make an octave out of this. Okay, for some reason this is completely off. So let's do this and just adjust it and put it here. Okay, that's much better. So let's see how it sounds like all together. Fantastic. Alright, so we're gonna do the same thing. I'm not sure why my PC's lag, but we're gonna do the same thing here as well. Alright, so let's do here, because again, it starts with a D. Not sure why we've put B last time. I mean, the tuning here is B standard. I'm playing this on a 7th string. But it should be D because that's first note. And I want to do the same thing with brass. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take section right here, just reduce the quantization, and then I'll just take this section and I'll put it. Which one has I think horns would be good. Okay, obviously this goes here. Okay, now we need to open and make sure that we're on the right articulation. So French horns, it's on legato right now. So what we need to do, and this is one more thing that I've discovered last time, is that when you want to do the articulation, this was driving me insane last stream, but I figured out what I was doing wrong. So when you want to do the articulation, you need to do it like just before the line, not with it. With a lot of other libraries, I normally can do it with the same note, and it will work. But for Audio Imperia, for some reason, you have to do it before. And I'm gonna try to start doing it before with all of my other libraries, just to see if it will make any difference. But okay, let's put this aside and let's go to 64. So these are already on the notes that we want. Let's solo the horns and put correct articulation. So what we want is probably staccato. Let's see, and I like to put the articulation normally in blues, just so I know that this is articulation. Okay, so it doesn't sound bad, but I think if we use staccatissimo, it will sound tighter. Right, so let's go to... And by the way, it's skipping notes because I've got Scale Assistant on. So if I skip this, it will go to the scale B harmonic minor. But if I unselect it, like what I've done now, then I can have access to all keys. Normally I use the Scale Assistant when I'm working, because I'm working B harmonic minor now, so I don't need the other notes. So when you click Snap Pitch Editing, Cubase will allow you to just select the correct note, because you probably don't need the other notes while you're in the B harmonic minor scale. Sometimes you can go out of the scale, obviously, but not here. This is because I'm doing this as a cover, and he's just using that scale. So let's go to staccatissimo. Much better. And let's add this in every single rip. Actually, we don't need to, because we're only doing these. Alright, let's see how it plays with the strings. It's a little bit late for some reason. That's the problem with trying to manage a lot of libraries and their latency. So this is on 125. I'm just gonna trust it and go to 125 with the horns. So let's see. Okay, now it's playing with the strings. So so if you want to know, you can actually do it with Audio Imperia. You can do it from this knob here and just do it. Put it on 0, but I like to do everything in Cubase because it gives me more control than this knob here. And with Audio Imperia, it will tell you how much it's delayed. So it's 125 milliseconds. You just put it back here on Cubase, and it will just correct itself. Right, so okay, let's check the other one. Okay. Let's check it with a track. Fantastic. Okay. So that's the second thing we're gonna add now. I want to check if all the rips are correct, because I just want to correct what we've done yesterday. Okay, so do this. Let's shorten the quantization. We'll do this. And this way we have everything selected. Fantastic. Okay, so I've corrected here. Let's correct here. Okay, this is already corrected. Just in case, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the articulation. So type it here. Obviously, let's do this. And this is staccatissimo. It will work as staccato, to be honest with you. Well, one second. No, I've got the horns open. Let me just open the strings. Okay. So you've got in unison and you've got octave. Just gonna do it in unison, because basically what this is that because this the Metropolis Arc 1 is multiple, it plays high strings and low strings and not individual instruments. It gives you the option of, do you want all of the instruments when you're doing spiccato to do the same octave of the note, or do you want when you play a note to play the kind of like the best respective octave for each instrument, right? So for the high instrument, you've got the violins and violas, and maybe the top range of the cello or something. And then if you put with octave, then if you play like a certain F sharp note, it will play depending on you know, the relevant position for it in that instrument, right? While in unison, it will play exactly the same octave with on all instruments. But regardless, so let's go and put this, make sure that's already wait. Okay, so it is F sharp. Okay, so if you put F sharp, it should. Yes. Something is playing here. What is this? We don't need that. And let me put this here so I know. Oh, okay. I think what we're doing. So staccato, spiccato. Now I know why it was on D -1. Alright, let's just fix the high strings as well on the Metropolis arc. And select the irrelevant one, which is unison. Okay, just close this, open this, and select this. There we go. Okay. Fantastic. For some reason, I changed the color of this track by mistake. Let's put it at... Yeah. And I'll change it later. Find it now. Find the correct color, because it will bug me for later. Fine, I'll just... Let's see. I have no idea why it doesn't want to change. Actually, I know how to... Yeah. See if I can do it from... Let me see if I can do it from here. There you go. Was it this one that we had it on? This. Yes. And then this needs to be the same. Fantastic. Okay. So now that that hiccup is gone, what I want to do is I want to carry on and make sure that in every segment the articulation is played correctly at the right time. So let's go to quarter note, go here, make sure that the articulation is set before the note. Okay. So where are we now? We are on string ensemble, so we need this. No, we don't need that one. Okay. And we go to staccato. Actually, staccato sounds better because of the note that holds. Fantastic. All right, so we've got that covered. We've got this section done, this section done, this section done. Let's just do the final section here, which is the same thing really. So again, do this. This is also, this is gonna be staccato. Yeah, staccato suits this part way more. Okay. Right, next. So let's go to the high strings quickly. Let's just get rid of the brass for now. Let's go to the high strings and make sure same thing. What we need is one note before it. So one note before it would be right here. So let's go to, first make sure we're on the right instrument. Okay, let's go to spiccato unison. So this is how it's gonna be. Fantastic. Right, so we've got this section covered. Now what about this? It looks like we need to merge those two. Let's go back in quantization, put this together, merge these two MIDI, bounce MIDI, and go back in quantization. See why this shortcut is very helpful, because now I can use it way faster than I would have used the mouse. Right, so here, where are we? We are on high strings. We need spiccato unison. So I'm just gonna go down to where it is, just in case we write something before it. It will always trigger this section to be spiccato. Since we're not changing anything after, I don't need this note right here. Let's put this at blue so I know. And by the way, one thing is that the reason why I use most of the time very high dynamics is because when you're doing like rock and metal, you need the strings to cut through the mix. And this is why I use these like triple F dynamics most of the time. Number one. Number two is I will go back and fix the sustained dynamics or other type of dynamics after all of the writing is done, which hopefully will be today. So let's carry on. Again, this is spiccato, and here we are. Fantastic. Okay, I think this is done. There's just this section very quickly. Okay, go here, add the articulation, and the reason why I do it is just in case I write something before this part. I've always got, I don't wanna, and I change the articulation, I don't wanna like mess this part up and you know, bounce the track without realizing, which might not happen because I would definitely listen to the track again, but just in case. Okay, so 0 register, and we've got it nailed. Now this, for some reason, is not 115. Let me just make sure everything is correct so that when I fix the dynamics, I fix them all accordingly. Okay, done. What about the next section? Is this 115 here? Good. What about this? This is 115 as well? Yes. Alright, fantastic. And normally, and right now I'm only focused on this half because the second half of the song is virtually the same except for some other bits. So that's why I'm not too concerned about it. Okay. So now let's quickly fix the brass articulations because I want to move on. This is good, this is good, this is good. Actually, just in case, take this, put it here. Which quantization are we on? The fourth. Okay, let's put it here. Okay, good. And let's put one here. Good. Fantastic. Now let's go to this segment right here. Horns. Why is it not playing? What's happening here? is the... guess what? No, actually. It should be playing, but I'm not sure why. Very strange, actually. Let's see if the trombones are playing. Oh, so okay. The problem is from the horns. Let's open the track and see what's the problem here. Oh, of course. Look at that. Alright. Oh, it's automated. Why is it automated? Delete all of this. Is there any other automation? No. I think this has been done by mistake. So delete these. We don't want to read that for now. Alright, now let's check the horns. Yeah. Okay, let's just put it back to normal here. Let's go check the dynamics because it's very quiet. I want to see why. So I'm not sure why it's very quiet like that. If we increase the dynamic, let's see. And let me actually increase this 115. The 115 will be good. Sustain. Okay, let's check the articulation if they're right. So sustain is D-1, so that's fantastic, and we have it before. Fantastic as well. Let's check these. All of these articulation I'm gonna put in low velocity so I know that's an articulation. Fantastic. Alright, now let's check the... Oh, we've got something here as well. See? This is the solo when I programmed the yesterday to play with the solo. So let's see, I think all of the articulations, we can move them quickly by doing that. And then obviously we'll extend this here. And we'll color all of them. Well, not color really, we'll just put them and low velocity so that we know. So mark all, low velocity 10. And then we'll know. Alright, so what I've noticed is that we probably need to turn down the velocity of the staccato just because they're a little bit louder. Or turn up the legato so that it matches it. Okay, fantastic. So this is all done. Now let's go to the trombones. I love the sound of the trombones just because it has that distorted nature to it. Right, so let's put this at 10. I've already moved them before the beat. Fantastic. Alright, so with that all done, let's actually check the woodwinds quickly. This is just a sustain part, so it's absolutely fine. But why not put an articulation just in case? There's no harm in that. What if we wrote something with it? Okay, let's go to C# -1. Here we go. So now that's done. Put it in blue. Come on. Fantastic. Okay. Choir. What do we have? Fantastic. So what I'm gonna do with the choir is actually, since I've finished the phrasing, I'm gonna go here, take all of the articulation, just nudge it once a little bit, and then obviously put all of the articulation to 10. Now let's see how that sounds. Okay, the only problem with this is that when I'm using chorus for the choir, and the problem with chorus is that if you have a high velocity, what do we have here? 115, I think. It has a lot of S's in it, so I'm gonna put 100, maybe. Let's see. Yes, so that removed all of these sound. I mean, obviously we can, if we want, freeze it, because it got down a little bit, so let's put maybe 107. Actually, let's keep it 100, because I don't want it to be very, very loud. Alright, now since we've fixed everything, all the articulation, let's go and see what we can do, because we need to move on. So first I'm gonna add choir to the intro. Let's go and put this down a little bit. Actually, I'll just... So I've put the theme intro, need to add brass staccato, and I think I was talking about here. try to do for this part. Okay, give me this. So what I'm gonna do, I wanna do a run on every section of the brass in this run. So da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Okay, so let me mute this and work on the trombone with it. Alright. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Okay, so let's open the trombone, remove this, and see what articulations we're working with. Oh, we made a mistake here. Here. Yeah. Da-da-da, da-da-da. So F, B. Okay. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Okay, so this, like here, right here, and then let's put the articulation here. Trombones. Let's go to staccato. There it is. It's C sharp -1. So C sharp -1. There it is. So let's see how that would sound. Okay, and then we'll put this as sustained. Okay, the sustained, for some reason, dynamics is on 0. I have no idea why. On 100. So let's go back and see. I think this needs to be... I think these two. One should go here, one should go right here. And then the articulation should go before. So I'm just gonna try play with the timing just to see if the timing that I am in correct. Let's see with the song. Fantastic. As I said, I want it to have to run from the trombones to the trumpets in all of the phrases. Let's change the quantization. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Right, so let's take these and put them just where this is. So right over here. And we'll do the same exact thing with this bar. Right, so we'll chop this from here. And we'll chop this from here. Let's see how that sounds. And then same thing, the other one. And then I'm gonna transfer each one to a different instrument. So right here. And then again, got this here, there. Let's see from the beginning. Right. Let's also try, just want to try to nudge this one bar ahead just to see if that will make it better. It seems like it's a little bit slow. So do this. Chop it one bit and take it here. I think it was more on time than... Yeah, definitely it was more on time. Let's bring it back to how it was. Finally, and then we will do the same thing. So let's just copy the articulation and put it exactly where we had it before. So we had it 1/64th note before this line here. Then we will cut them accordingly. So first one here, second one here. Right, so now is what the section that I want to do. So let me, because I like what I wrote here, let me just take this, put it just away for a second, because I want to try this new thing that we're doing here. And this was on horns. And let me just see if I copy this and paste it in every single one of these, and then I'll go to the trombones and I will just make it sit. I'll make it play da-da-dan, and then the horns will be like da-da-dan, so it will stack up on top of each other. So let's just these, delete this. We have it on sustain anyway. And then delete this. And we don't want this articulation. I'm just gonna try the trombones and the horns together just to see how it plays. I think it could be good. Okay, so with the horns, we don't need the first one, we need the second one. So okay. And the trumpets, we need the third one. So we don't need, I think because I copied and paste the same one, it's affecting all of them together. So let me just do this. Let me actually take this, copy it, go here. And paste the same one. Okay, so again, with the horns, we don't need the first one, we just need the second. So let me delete this. And I don't want this articulation. We're gonna go to the trombones and copy what we did here. Take it to the horns, put it on the second one. So it was right here. Okay, and let's write the same notes. So it's an F sharp, F sharp, and C sharp. let's see how this plays. By the way, the horns might have different keys to the articulation, so let's check. So it is staccatissimo for D sharp -1, which is different. And it is sustained for D-1, which is different. So D-1, let's see. Okay. Put this at 115. And make sure that the sustain dynamics is on max. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't sound as aggressive as the trombone, so I might just keep it on the trombones. Like with the trombones, it sounds more, the attack is higher. There is a trick for me to fix this on the horns, which is to do 2 channels of the horns. One is just staccatissimo, and the other one is sustain, and I'll just let them play on top of each other. Then what will happen is the attack of the staccatissimo will come first. But just because this is, I'm just doing this as a background, I'm not just gonna, I think it's an overkill to do that for this scenario. Alright, let's just fix the velocities and see how it plays out. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it on the horns for some reason. Yeah, so there's a delay with the sustains, like, I don't want that. And this is why normally I would layer them. So I will put another one of this here, but on a different channel. So I will get the attack of the staccatissimo, and then this will play over it. Then it will sound as the player just played the sustain note hard, but there's a delay in the attack that I don't like. I think it's the same in legato, but legato doesn't play chords, so it wouldn't work. It's actually playing chords. Let's see. Yeah, see, the legato attack is way better. Yeah, it's very fast. Faster than the sustain. So if I really want to, I cannot have these as chords. And just, like I can do with the horns, I can delete these 2. And put on, change this to legato. Yeah. But I don't know, there's still some weakness to it, which is annoying, because French horns is my favorite orchestral tool, actually. Legato. Yeah. So, okay, I'm not gonna overkill with this. I'm just gonna go back to how this was arranged before. I mean, I just wanted to try out what will happen if I split the section into all segments. 86. Yeah, 86. Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna work. And to be honest with you, I think I want to finish the track sooner. And this might take some time. Alright, 86 trombones. Put back. 2. Here you go. No, not here you go. Here you go. Change the articulation. I think that's the problem with copying them. I think I copied the first one that was without the staccato. I'm gonna have to do it again. But it's fine. It was worth trying the other one. I've seen the other one in a lot of like Final Fantasy compositions. I want to try it here, but this section is already busy with guitars and stuff like that, so Yeah, and the library didn't help me with the horns as well, so it is what it is. Right, let's go to 64 and just add this bit and move on. So we want one articulation here, one articulation. And this needs to be stochastisimo. Wait, first select the right instrument. All right, stochastisimo, and then sustain. And then add the correct notes. So F sharp, sharp, oh, and B, B, and put them at the right velocity, 115. Now let's see. This, oh, this dynamic of the sustain, it should be at 100. I want to see if I've automated something. Oh no, it's because I've copied it from the previous one, that's why it was at 0. But now this is the one that we're gonna use, so we'll keep it at 100. And we'll change this to short low velocity because I want it to be color coded. Okay, so let's do the same thing then quickly, extremely quick here. Get it ready, and then we'll put this. Put this here. Open this here. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing that we've done before. So we will cut this here and here, and then here. One. Actually. And then here and here. And then we'll check if this works. If it does, then we'll leave it. No, then we'll bring it back to just sustain. Alright, I need to bring the, and I'll do it in a second, I need to bring the velocity of the staccato a little bit down so that it matches it. So, sounding good. Go here. Down. Down. Fantastic, and then let's go here. And bring those two down. I'm not gonna lie, my PC is playing up a little bit. Okay, so 115 on the sustain, and then on these, just bring them down a little bit. Okay, same thing. Right here. We could have done the other sections by now, but I really wanted to try, because what will happen is after I release this, I will listen to it again, like after it's released, and I'll be like, you know what, I really wish if I just gave it a try just to see how it would sound like, even if it took like another 5 minutes, what's the harm? But now that I know that, you know, it could have worked, I would have bypass content. Yes, Cubase. I think I'm very biased towards Cubase, but thank you. Thank you for joining the chat. Yes, I've been doing Cubase for a while now. I've tried other DAWs, Pro Tools, don't like it. Logic, I'm a Windows user, so I didn't try it. Reaper and the other ones, Reaper, Reason, Studio One. I don't know. And another thing is, by coincidence, every single person that you know, I'm inspired by uses Cubase. So, you know, it's just happened like that. Like, and even composers. And so I'm not talking just about like you know, metal producers or anything, or rock producers, but even composers. Nuendo has a bit more than Cubase. Oh, fantastic! So you use Nuendo? I just use right, right. From what I've heard is Hans Zimmer uses Cubase, and there's another streamer called Daniel James, also from the UK. He also uses Cubase. But what do you like about Nuendo? What's other than uh, you know, what more features in Nuendo you've got other than Cubase, the one that Cubase has? It's the mother from Cubase. So what kind of like features does it have extra? Because I think I like one thing I like about Cubase is the drum editor. I think it's one of the best drum editors in any DAW, to be honest with you. And I think you know, it has a lot of tools in it, like the logic editor, the quantization, the you know. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But if you think Nuendo is also good for composing, yeah, let me know. I mean, what kind of like features do you find it better than Cubase? Ah, fantastic. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll actually maybe see if there's any videos that will tell you what does Nuendo have extra than on top of what Cubase have. Yeah, when it comes to workflow, that's something like I'm trying to maximize as much as possible because I'm now looking to optimize the speed. So that's why I'm using like templates, and even when I mix, like I'm using like mixing templates that I have from tracks that I've done that worked for me. So now, obviously, when we go to mixing this track that we're working on, I think, as I said at the beginning, it will be probably next stream or the one after. We'll mix this one. You will see that I'll try to summon some templates on each channel from other stuff that I worked on, and I'll just turn it on one by one just to see if it works, and I'll tweak what doesn't. But yeah. Ah, I see. I see. Makes sense. So you did actually work it, but Cubase 7.5 is a bit old. So if you jumped from then to Nuendo, you probably know more about Nuendo by now than Cubase. Um, so I will definitely thanks uh, for shouting out the Nuendo. I will give it a try. Um, and I will see some videos like what advantages I can use it for, and if I find something, you know, better, since it's made by the same company, obviously Steinberg, I will maybe if there's a trial version or something, download it and see. Yeah, on their website, definitely. I think on their website they would put like that checklist where you can compare stuff. I want to see like actual workflows. That's why I might do some study on it. But I always thought no window is for um like for maybe editing or something other than like composition or something like that. Or I just for some reason I just kind of like scratched it off and didn't look at like what's the advantage of it. Um, but what we'll do, just because we've got like new viewers, I'll just play what we're working on from the beginning, just so you have an idea of where we are. bypass 5. I'm using Contact 7, and I have Contact 6 as well still. But I think this is the latest version of Contact. I haven't checked if there's more recent one. And so on and so forth. So the track repeats, and just to give like another explanation. So there's a game called Guilty. Normally I do original tracks, but there's a game called Guilty Gear, and I've always been inspired by it. I've already done a cover for one of their songs a long time ago, 2015, I think. But I wanted to do like another cover. So I'm doing the Holy Order track, which is this. So yeah, it's a cover track, this one, but yeah, we're almost done from writing everything. I mean, the obviously everything is recorded already, everything stuff. I just want to finish like some of the orchestration bits, and then see if we can mix it on the next session. Which plugin are there? I've got collection bundle. I see a lot of instances I don't have. Oh, right. So no, these are like third-party ones. So you've got the company Heaviosity. I'm using here for the company Audio Imperia for like orchestration. Heaviosity is my favorite one. You'll probably see me use it in my original tracks more than this one. I might use it here when we go to the outro, but I will probably use it in my original tracks more because it has interesting sounds, that I like to layer uh, uh, my tracks with. Now they have also some like interesting orchestral stuff, so not regular ones. Some like the Frozo and the Vento are like a play on, like the Frozo is a brass one, and the Vento is a woodwind one, and it offers some like interesting brass effects and things like that. So I mean, it's not used for orchestration, so it will not be your main brass instrument, but it will be some of it. Also has loops. It also has like very interesting stuff. There's Spitfire and a lot of other libraries as well. But for this session, I'm using all of the brass is from Audio Imperia except the Simbazi, which I haven't used. We haven't wrote anything in it yet. I might not. I'll see. And then organs is I think I'm using Sign Player, which is actually free. The free version of Sign Player. This one is Spitfire. These two organ ones actually are from Twin, which is the Fab Filter one, and also the one I mentioned that comes with the Sign Player for free. Strings are Audio Imperia. Woodwinds is Audio Imperia. Choir is, I think, one of the best choir libraries from Audio Imperia called Chorus. And the synths, I think they're all Slate Digital, ANA, or ANA. But yeah, man. I mean, let me tell you, this this hobby is very very expensive. You know what I mean? But yeah, thanks. What did you say you've got? Which contact do you have right now? Do you have any interesting libraries you're experimenting with? All right, let me see what's happened here. I think so. I'm not sure what's happening with my PC because my mouse is. I think it's because I'm streaming 3 sites at the same time. Ah, Ghost Producer. That's cool. Where are you based? I'm here streaming from the UK. Yeah, if you want the right tools, I think I would say Audio Imperia just by the Nucleus. It has everything. Or the Jaeger. And I think this library by itself will cover everything. If you're looking for the, because every library is trying to go for a certain sound. So there's the soft sound, which is good for like, surreal stuff and like ambient stuff, or not ambient, sorry, like a pad stuff, or maybe anything that is soft. And but if you want more of the epic, like the actiony stuff, Jaeger is good. Metropolis Arc One is good. And the only reason I use more like the epic orchestra is just because I was just as I was saying before, do when you do like rock and there's like guitars, and normally I double the guitars and all of that stuff, it's very hard to make the orchestra cut through. Even if I want it, especially if I want it lower in the mix. So normally I don't have my orchestra really loud. I just have it a little bit low, but I want it to cut through. And the epic tools. So again, like Metropolis or um, Jaeger, because they play the instruments on like the extreme notes, they cut through. That's why I kind of like use these two more than the others. Special drums is hard. What do I have now? So with drums, you can use Toontrack, or you can use there's get good drums, and there is also a free one which I actually used it in one of my songs, Denmark Street, and it turned out very good. I think the company is called ML Sound Lab, and they have like a free drum kit that is very good, and I was really impressed by it. I think Hans Zimmer, percussion, Hans Zimmer drums. Okay, yeah, Hans Zimmer, the from Spitfire are good. I don't think I ever tried these, but I use the Audio Imperia one as well for percussions or damage. Yeah, you're in Netherlands, so you're probably what's the time there? 8:30. Yeah, Damage 2 has I think some good drums there. Um, I use they have symbol instance where it has like reversers and gongs and swells and stuff. I use this a lot, and they have some other like interesting stuff, hybrid stuff they have tuned. Yeah, it's I would say Damage 2 is great. Yes, yes. Do you mean the looper? Or is it? Yeah, the loop designer is nice. Definitely, especially if you layer it. Like if you get like certain loops together, or if you load like multiple instances and select different presets, and each preset you select a loop, and then you put them all together, or you select the one that works together, obviously, but put them all together, and then you'll have like different, an interesting sounding loop. Yeah, but yeah, man. Great to have you here. Really appreciate you joining. So what we're trying to do, I'm just trying to finish the orchestration because I just wanna move on to the mixing so I can complete this track, because what's happening is that normally the way I orchestrate, because I write, I'm not doing like, let's say, a cover normally, then I can take it however I want. But with this one, it's a different process because I'm listening to the track, so the fundamentals, just like the original holy orders, and I'm trying to add stuff on it. So not it's not like I'm orchestrating as I go, which is a very unique. Um, it's a very unique process. You know what I mean? Very like I've never done that before. Normally I write as I go, or normally what I do is that um I will go back to parts and not orchestrate, but add like some production stuff. But with orchestration, I write as I go. So no, don't have to shut your mouth, man. You can give me suggestions if you want. I think last stream someone said that I should do some staccato parts, and then we ended up like writing a entire section about that. So if you had any suggestion, if you have like anything or any ideas, yeah, 100%. And this is why like I like to do these streams. Like I like, instead of me like I would have sat alone and did this by myself, I will just sit down and do it with other people, and we'll see what we can come up with. Some people might say this sound terrible, this sound it doesn't sound right, or maybe this sound good, and by the way, one more thing is about this is not mixed. So because I'm writing, I don't care now about like gain staging or the volume of stuff, because I'm just in the writing process, and then I'll take care of that after I finish like everything, because I'll bounce all the MIDI to audio, and then um I will mix it. So let's see where we're at. So we were doing the brass section here. So this, for some reason, dynamics here. Let me just see if there's anything. I have no idea why the dynamic keep going on the sustain in the trombones, keep going to. It's very bizarre. If anybody knows, please let me know. I'm not sure about the modulation. No, there's nothing here. Very, very interesting. So let's try again. Alright. And the trombones actually are not in time, so let's see. Minus 125. I think this way is better. No, not automations. But it's just that right now is everything is gonna sound like, some stuff is gonna sound loud, some stuff is gonna sound low. But when I do mixing, I bounce everything to MIDI, and then I start with the band, mixing the band first, and then I will add the orchestra slowly. And then if there's any parts that need automation, obviously I will do some automation. I mean, I think automation is very necessary in orchestra, especially when you want to add it with like another like another portion of music, like a band. Then you need to automate like which parts you want the band to shine and which part you want the orchestra to shine. And what I mean by band is obviously guitar, bass, and drums. So yeah, and I think we're almost there. So let me just. Thank you for the follow, Bypass. Much appreciated. Really, really appreciate it. All right, let's see what we need to add. So I've wrote down here that we need some brass staccato. Don't tell me it went back to the dynamic. Hmm. Okay, let's see. Sustained. I'm gonna do actually. I'm just gonna just gonna do this so it doesn't happen at all. Well. That the modulation here is, I think it's 92, it said. Let me see. 70, I think it was. I put it back here. 72. Okay, so what I'm gonna do actually, I'm just gonna copy that. Let's bounce these two together. So MIDI, bounce, MIDI, and then I'll just go here. And I'll put this as 72 as well. So value 72. What's the value here? 92. 92. It was 72% from 127. Alright, so this makes sense. Okay. Alright, so this is done from here. So we're gonna add now, I want to add to the intro, let's see here. So this section, I want to add strings to it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna be from here. Okay. And the good thing is because I have high strings and low strings, I can then just use those. So from here, let's just go back. Take this section for example, and put it on the high strings. So we need to make sure right here to put the right articulation. So let's just go to high strings, and I'm thinking if there is a octave one, like a sustain octave, would be with legato elements as well. This is really good. Okay, so let's activate that. What's this one? So let's see. What's happening is that the organ was playing on the articulations. Funny. Okay, so these are high strings, so they're not gonna have all of this. Let me see. Are they gonna have this note? Okay. This note. Okay, that's good. So let's see. Okay. And because it has a legato element, so what we'll do is we will just add a little bit of a bleed to the other notes so that the legato is activated. See? Okay, and for some reason this copied the volume automation tool, which we don't need. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just delete. Okay. Let's add the same thing in unison to the low strings. For quarter notes, low strings. Close this already. Okay, and let's make sure the articulation on the low strings is correct. So let's go here, see if it right articulation. I don't think it is. Something I think it's playing. Okay, again, this is playing it's playing an articulation in the notes. It's not liking it for some reason. Let me take these down. Let me actually go here and shift all of this down here. Let's see what happens. It's playing a weird note for some reason. Why is it doing that? It's probably it's probably because it's changing these here. So I'm gonna do. Gonna try to do some bleed. Interesting. If I remove this section here, actually, let me just remove maybe this. So for some reason, it's not liking a big change in chords. Probably because it's multiple instruments. But when I had like this octave here, it was struggling to play everything together. All right. Good. So let's. There is also one note here, which is low B. So let's remove this, go to this section and add a low B as well. So duplicate low. Can this play this note? I don't think so. There's no point. I'm gonna add the same chords on the horns here. Let me see. Where is the trombone section? And by the way, one thing about Audio Imperia is that, but I think they fixed it here. Sometimes it's not panned. Okay, I'm just gonna copy what I've done to the next part of the song. So, for example, here. I'm surprised I didn't put string section for this. So let me do it now. So let's take all of these. Starts from 79. Go here. 79. Over here. And add that. Now we just need the notes. So I want to kind of like double this part with strings as well, because it's asking for it, to be honest with you. Okay. Good. Let's bounce these two together. Then if we bounce, hey, bypass. So you haven't missed a lot. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate what I've done here for this second part of the song, and then I'm gonna try to speed it up with the orchestration as well, because I really want to go to next sections of the song and finish the orchestration on this stream, so it doesn't, you know, take longer than it needs to. So what I have here is I've just copied this section from the solo, and I'm gonna emphasize the solo, the guitar solo with the strings here. But obviously we've got some clash. Let me see. So what I'm gonna do, put this here, and I'm gonna take this to the very end. Basically I need to bounce them together, these two sections. So I'm gonna do, click on both of them and bounce. Right, now I'm gonna take all of this and put them on the same velocity, which is 115. Okay, let's see how this string sounds. Yeah. It's asking for brass here, so I'm gonna add horns. So let me go and take what the organ is doing. So what's the organs or organ chords? What are they doing here? At least till here. So let's take these chords and add them to the horn. Sustain part will be good here. Okay. Didn't copy it properly. Let's go to 1-1. Copy it from here. And where does it start? This next segment starts on 87, so I'm just gonna copy that. Then I'm gonna paste it. Fantastic. Now let's open it up and choose the correct articulation. Close this. We need the horns. So what are we on? Staccatissimo. So what we need to do is make sure that, let's bounce these two. And now we're gonna make sure that it goes to sustain before. So let's put 16. And sustain is D-1. Here we are. All right, let's see. I think this is nice. Let's see how it sounds with the track. Oh. Nice. I'm thinking I'll just add that the horns play also these chords, but on their register. Everything is in unison. I don't want to complicate it. The choirs are also Audio Imperia. So they are. Let me show you. Yeah, I wanted to. We phrased them last stream. So this is where they are, and I'll show you how the phrasing works. So it's also Audio Imperia. It's chorus. I think this is one of the best libraries for choirs, and these are the phrases. And basically, you select which phrase you want by changing the articulations. So if I show you like the MIDI, this is how it looks like. Let me solo it. So I'm gonna show you for this section. Right, so solo sounds like this. So I decided to kind of like choose these phrases, you know. One more thing as well is I had them on 115 as velocities, but with this library, if there is a certain threshold where if you pass it, it starts making a lot of S sounds. Like I don't know. Like if I put it on 115, you'll see what I mean. Even at the end, that's this. I don't know why it adds it. It's good that it's there in case you want it. And even in the middle of the articulation, there's this sound. But if I put it on 110, I think what I had. See, it goes right. And yeah, I didn't want it because maybe if you're doing only orchestra, it would sound good because, as you said, it will add some air. I think it was sounding odd with all of the guitars and everything else. Because again, in the mix, this is gonna be a little bit quieter. It's just gonna be kind of to enhance the vibe. And this section here. And this is the key changes, right? So each one of these, let's call them, you know, syllables or phrases, syllables. They have a key switch, right? And you just select what you want. If you want them all to say la, then you just put them all on the correct phrase. Also, if you want, because I'm choosing the syllable articulation, there are other articulations where you have one syllable. So a sustained O or a sustained A they've got that in the library as well. But because I wanted to do these kind of like percussive syllables, I went for this. And what I wanted to add as well, and I don't know what you think about this, is that in this section, like what I call the theme intro, this one. Oh, this one. So this, so I've just added strings, but my original idea was for me to add choir staccato here as well. I don't know, so it says like La tusri, something like this, right? I will obviously select the phrases, but I think it would have added some kind of like I don't want to say it like a nasty vibe to it, but kind of like a gothic vibe to it, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So I might play with that. Actually, you know what? Let's play with that. Let's see how that would sound. Let's see how that would sound. So if I go and take the notes. So who's playing this? The harp is playing this. Let's take the note from the harp. Actually, let's take it from the MIDI here. Um, all right, let's take this. Make sure we have it. And then we will go to the choir section here. Where does it start? It starts on 79. Go 79. Let's add it. For some reason, Cubase today is not working like properly. Let's copy it again. Alright. Choir. Ah, here. Okay, so let's put it on the velocity that I liked, which was 110. And obviously now, if I play it, it's gonna play random syllables. And obviously for that, I would need to go and select the short syllables one, because I have it only on the syllable articulation. So let's try and launch the short syllables. So if we go to chorus, here it is. We go to slow syllables, I think it's called. And by the way, I've got both the women and men on the same channel, so it's playing the same MIDI channel, but for both instances, right? But just for this, for us to experiment with this, I'm just gonna add the women slow for now, and because it's on that register already, and just see how that would play out. One more thing as well is I have this on my HHD, the normal hard drive HDD. I don't have it on the SSD, this library, so I hope it doesn't take trillion years to load. But the slow syllables should make this tighter, I think. Because the long ones would obviously, as we've heard, is gonna clash everything. It doesn't want to load. Today, to be honest with you, the entire system is not working properly. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's loading now. I've this PC has 16 gigabytes. I've just ordered another 16 exactly to prevent this one. And because right now I'm streaming on all three sites, and for some reason sometimes I cannot go. Like if I want to check something or change the title, doing it from my phone. Although apparently, I mean, it should be a good PC. But I'm waiting for the other RAMs. Hopefully would do a bit. 192. Seriously, 192 gigabyte RAM. Oh my god! And it still have problems loading. Jesus, I might change all of my 16s to something else maybe. But yeah, I mean these softwares. Yeah, it's SSD. Yeah, yeah. So basically, I've got I've got the libraries are on the SSD, except this one. This is on the normal hard drive because those are maxed out. But my RAMs are right now 32 gigabytes, and I've ordered another. Okay, so these are the slow syllables. I can't change after, so I took the most I could. There you go. There you go. I knew that I'm gonna be doing upgrades as I go by, and hopefully, like if this streaming thing worked out and all of that stuff, I would be, aiming to upgrade the graphic card and all of that stuff. Hopefully, and give like better stream. But yeah, that's why I like I think PCs more, but Macs are powerful machines as well. Right, so we've loaded the slow syllables. I want to try if this fast section would work with a low syllable as well, with a slow syllable. Sounds so crazy, but the reason why is because we still have the rest unmuted. So let's mute these two and just listen to the slow syllable. So there's a lot of. Let's try and put it down to 70 maybe. I want to remove this S's thing. There's a lot of yeah, it sounds hilarious. I'm not sure if it would work with this one. Maybe. Yeah, it's still there, I know, on the 70. So I think, you know what, I'm gonna try 50. It's very crazy. I don't think it will go away. I think for this fast section, maybe a different library would do, but let's see. It's actually gone on 50. A lot of it are gone. It's gone. That's interesting. So let me just increase the volume. Actually, a lot of it is gone. Let's do 40. I mean, obviously it's gonna become really quiet. That's why I'm gonna have to increase the volume. Interesting. So if I increase the volume to max, is there? It has some automation on. 1 second. Let me just. Just remove the. Actually, you know what? Keep the automation. I actually might need it because if I kept the section, I'll probably have it on a different channel. But actually, I'll have it on different channels. So let's remove this automation bit. I don't want automation here. I don't want it to read it. Let me just try to see how it sounds in the mix. So I'm gonna increase it. Okay, let's put it in the mix. Do I have everything -8? Okay, what's this then? Okay, so we have a problem here because these, the long ones, are they on 80? Yes. Okay, so here's something in Audio Imperia. Each one has latency. Each one of the instances. So the one I was using, traditional syllables, have a latency of 80 milliseconds. This one have a latency, as it says here, of 250. So I have two options: either correct it from here by putting this to 0, or I can just put this on another channel, which I will probably do if I want to keep this, and then change the 80 to 250. So what I would do is I would go to a track MIDI, I would say choir stuck, and then which channel is this? Let me actually put this at the bottom. Slow syllable. This, put it here. Put it here. And I'm gonna say this is it's not activated. Okay, so let me activate. Go to the contact, and I'll activate the second. And if I click here, first output route. My Instagram link doesn't work. Oh, wow. Let me check. Interesting. Thank you for letting me know. I'll try to fix it. Social links to everything. So it should take you to my Notion page. And then let's see. It should be fine, but if you search, we type it in the chat. You search this, it will show up, but I'll experiment with it later from like an incognito window after the stream, and just see what happens when, you know, somebody clicks on the, are you clicking on the widget? Let me see. Alright, I just want to check if I can put this on 3. Alright. Guys, just give me 1 minute.